as the only regular on the show who always wears a tie, or almost always, I'm looking forward to hearing from two of our next guests, a father and a son who went into business together, and that business is making ties. First, a couple of years back, we took a look at how those ties are designed and manufactured.
My name is E.RYan. I'm in the tie industry for over 20 years. We make handmade ties in New York, which is still one of the old traditions that some people still like. Most of our customers are still, buying the handmade ties because it's better and stronger. My mom had a children's wear factory in the back of her home in a little garage, and then she used to make like all of her special wedding gowns upstairs in a special room, and whenever she needed to learn something more about, manufacturing, she would send me to learn about it. And one thing she couldn't do was to get the point of a tie properly. So I went, learned about it, and I came and I taught her. When I came to New York, I went to FIT to study fashion, and I got a job with the tie industry. Stayed with the tie industry, and ties has always been my business. When I got to New York, I landed a job the very next day in the tie industry. When I went to one company, they gave me a supervisor job, and they had asked me, did I want to invest in the business? And I didn't think it was right for me to invest in the business because I didn't have control over it. And then we made a deal. If ever they go out of business, I would buy their machinery. And I started to pay on the machinery. Before they went out of business, I already bought the machinery. So I started to work for them as a contractor. People look for a handmade tie because they feel to themselves that it's better than a machine made, and it's not something that just came from China. I still use American-made machines. They're strong. They last forever, very low maintenance. But the only thing that keeps this business alive is that some people like the old-fashioned way, handmade. And when there's nobody else to teach about it, then it'll go out. These are some of the ties we shipped early spring, and some of them in fall. Some people design the bottom to put their own names on it in the different fabrics. Most of my customers like to construct their ties differently so they could price it a little bit better. These ties are made with a plain tipping. This is called tipping. And the other ties are made with a jacquard tipping, which is more expensive. And these would be the top of the line ties because these are made all handmade, and it's made completely the same material all over. When the most expensive tie is finished made, this is how it's made. They put on a self-keeper.
Now, Brooklyn gets teased for its seemingly endless array of artisanal products made from mustard to mayo to meticulously wrapped milk chocolate bars. But there is a serious kitchen table economic engine at work here.
That's right. Today's hobby could be tomorrow's hot brand. Don't forget, Apple started in a garage. Our next guests have a leg up on the competition because they are all creative, entrepreneurial, and just happen to live in the epicenter of DIY culture. Our DIYers are Liz Pitofsky, founder of Lady Handmade. Thank you for joining us.
Thanks.
Tasha Parker-Kosak, retail director at MoCADA, the Museum for Contemporary African Diasporan Arts. Thank you. Junior Ramasir, the CEO of Moguls and Mfg, and its managing director, E.RYan Ramasir. Thank you all for joining us.
You're welcome.
So now, let's all talk about this DIY culture in Brooklyn. Like, it is not just blowing up, it has blown up. What do you guys think about that?
I think it's amazing. There's so many talented people who are so passionate about what they're doing.
Right.
And I love meeting them. They really inspire me to keep going.
Right. And you guys have very different stories. You both are kind of like in clothing and garments, but you guys make ties. Tell us a little bit about your business.
We do. So our business it's taking a grassroots approach.
Okay.
My dad has actually been manufacturing ties for the last 30 years. These are some of them he's displaying now. And he has done it for major fashion firms, major retailers and stuff like that. He has not had his own private line, so I teamed up with him in order to create that private line, which is called Moguls and Mfg. All of our stuff is low quantity runs, but high quality.
Nice.
Okay.
And we sell them directly, manufacturers direct, so we don't sell in any retail stores. We sell just off of our website and word of mouth.
Okay.
Artisanal product.
All right. And how long have you guys been doing that?
We've been doing this line since
Yes.
2013, so
Okay.
we're fairly new, but he's been manufacturing on
For
the
a long
manufacturing
time.
end for over 30 years.
Right. And as we saw. So Liz, tell us about what you create. I can see
Okay,
some goodies
here's
on your
an
lap
example
already.
of a
Adorable.
skirt and a little tunic dress. But I really started as a hobby. I took sewing lessons, and then I started making things for myself, and then making things for my 2 children, which I loved doing, and I loved when they would wear the things that I make. And then I saw people around me selling things that they make by hand on Etsy and the Brooklyn
Right.
Suite, and I thought,
Definitely.
you know, maybe I could try doing it too. I have a whole other work life, so it really has been growing very slowly. And it's
Right.
very small. I literally make things in my kitchen.
Kind of like a creative outlet at the
Yeah.
same time too, right?
Right.
All right.
But it's really fun. And I think also, we were talking about this a lot before we came in, that I think it's important to think about where the things that we buy are made and how they're made.
Sure.
And so I think that's a really important thing about the local movement, that there's a sort of an ethical component of it.
So we want to learn more about how and where the things are made, but where can everyone go and grab these items? I know this weekend Mokata is hosting an event.
Absolutely. This weekend, Mokata is having a holiday DIY fest. It's going to be from 12 to 6. And in addition to having some local vendors like you all, people who are based in Brooklyn, who are craftspeople, metalsmiths, we have a ceramicist, we have home interiors, all kinds of things that you'll be able to purchase. And in addition to that, we are having workshops from 1 to 4, and they're going to be jewelry making and card making for adults and children. So you can buy items for the holidays, and we want to support these local vendors, but also we want to inspire people to create, you know, and we want to continue to foster people to become creators and to be a part of the movement.
And is that what inspired Mokata to want to do kind of like a DIY purchase and make kind of fest?
Absolutely.
Okay.
It's a part of our mission. You know, we support the arts of the African diaspora. So we want to support people that create of all the different backgrounds, but we also want to support our community. We're a Brooklyn-based organization, and we do carry things from across the nation and across the world. But this is our locus. You know, this is the community that we're a part of. So we're always
What do you
looking
think
to do that.
has made Brooklyn the mecca for DIY? Why do people flock to Brooklyn, or why can we find so many talented artists in Brooklyn?
Well, I think for New York City, that's always been the case. You know, this is there's always been a community of artists and creators, and the creative class in New York City has always been strong. And one of the byproducts of gentrification is that a lot of these people that maybe would have been living in Manhattan, they all live in Brooklyn now. And because of that, people made the best of it, and we have this community. But it also has been a movement that has kind of been articulated in the last 10 years and kind of branded in a certain way, where it's packaged more.
Right,
you know,
absolutely.
it's always been there, but now you can see it and feel it and locate it in a more articulated way.
Yeah, Brooklyn is definitely a brand now.
Yeah.
Definitely.
To speak to that point, I really feel as though it was always here, and I feel as though now there's more eyes on it. There are a lot more people that know how to find it now.
Yeah.
So, but it was always creative. I mean, growing up in Brooklyn in my earlier days, it was always creative. I mean, from graffiti on the wall, you'd always see the local area artists doing what they do.
That's right.
But it was always very, very creative. Now we just have eyes on it, and I think we've polished it a little bit, and people can now find out how to buy our craft, which is pretty cool.
I was in Manhattan for 14 years in the high rise, and after September 11th, I moved down here.
Right.
Because I stood up and I saw everything. I was offered a gas reduction, electrical reduction to move my business here.
Great.
So I took that,
right.
and I wanted to keep up with the pricing of China. Most of my buyers will say, "Why did you move from Manhattan?" I says, "Well, Brooklyn's a nice place. I'm under the Brooklyn Bridge. I'm easy to find. I'm easy to
It's a
find."
Dumbo.
And they said,
Right.
"But why
Dumbo,
did you
yeah.
move so far?" I says, "What are you talking about far? 7 minutes to walk across."
On the A train,
Yeah.
probably.
7 minutes.
7
the,
minutes.
The third
7
stop, you know? Now it's so easy, and I give them free park.
So,
Yeah.
Mogul
Right in the back of
and
the building.
Mfg Manufacturing is where in Brooklyn, and how can everyone purchase your items?
It's on the website. We have a website and has all the products that we make, and we keep adding. We maintain our website very well. We are right under the Manhattan Bridge.
Got it.
It's the F train is right down the hill, and anyone could come up, see it made, choose what they want if they would like to, and we make it right there.
We
Wonderful.
customize. We
Customize.
You
And
customize.
customize with someone who used to work and design for YSL. So go down and grab
Yes,
some
we need
time.
to.
Yes.
And Liz, how do people get in contact with you?
So I have a website, ladyhandmade.com. Also, I'm on brooklynmakers.com, which is a really great website. A whole variety of things, all made in Brooklyn. Some local stores like Junior Low on Atlantic Avenue, which is also a really great local store to support. I'll be at Arts and Letters on Saturday for their annual holiday fair. So I try to sell, in many different ways.
Mix it up a little bit.
Yeah.
And
where are
finally,
we going?
Tasha.
On Saturday, we are having our Holiday DIY Fest, and you can get all of the information for that on our website, mocata.org. If you're not able to make that, still come out, see our latest exhibition, visit the shop, and do some holiday shopping.
And that's at 80 Hanson Place.
Yes.
Yes.
Mel is trying to stay away from that retail store. I'm sure you told me. She goes in there, and all of a sudden her wallet is empty. That's because you have beautiful stuff. Yeah, because you have beautiful stuff.
really badly last year.
Yeah. Thank you all for joining us so much.
Thank you for having us.
Thank you.